Hey, it's Scandinavian Bob here. In this video we're going to talk about how to relieve generalized anxiety disorder symptoms, or in best case scenario, eliminate them altogether. I am very familiar with generalized anxiety disorder and how it feels to have anxiety for no reason and not be able to turn it off. It is not fun at all. So I'm going to give you 6 tips you can try to hopefully at least reduce the anxiety to some degree. Some of these tips have been really helpful for my own anxiety back in the days, so make sure you stay to the end of the video to learn them all. Help for generalized anxiety disorder. Number 1. Moderate physical exercise. Studies show that aerobic exercise can help with anxiety, but there is something important you need to know about this. If you do too much, it won't work and can even make your anxiety worse. This is because long exercise sessions at an intense level increases the stress hormone cortisol. Personally, I like a brisk walk for about 45 to 60 minutes or jogging for 30 minutes. And when I jog, I try to keep my heart rate at about 135 to 140 beats per minute, as I have found this to be the sweet spot for reducing my anxiety. If you don't have a heart rate monitor, just know that this is moderate intensity and you should be able to keep a conversation going in this tempo. It is very slow jogging, so hold your horses and don't go too fast. Even if I can, I never run for more than 30 minutes, so don't go too long and hard. Self-help for generalized anxiety disorder. Number 2. Avoid rapid fluctuations in blood sugar. If you eat carbs that makes your blood sugar go high, then you should know that after a while they will come crashing back down, even below your baseline levels. When this happens, your adrenal glands release epinephrine and norepinephrine, also known as adrenaline and noradrenaline. It does this in order to quickly get the blood sugar back up to baseline. Now, as many of you know, adrenaline is a very powerful stress hormone, and if you suffer from any kind of anxiety, you do not want this hormone released when it's not needed. So the solution is to reduce your total intake of carbohydrates a bit and try to mostly eat carbs with a low glycemic index. This means that the carb slowly turns into glucose and won't spike your blood sugar that much. To find out what kind of carbs have a low glycemic index, just Google low GI foods. Another way to avoid blood sugar spikes is of course to go on a ketogenic diet, but that's more extreme and not everyone wants to do that. But if you don't have anything against the diet, then go for it because it totally eliminates blood sugar crashes. And the ketone bodies that the liver produces on the ketogenic diet are anti-anxiolytic in and of themselves, so you really get 2 benefits there. Generalized anxiety disorder treatment. Number 3. Use an acupressure mat every day for 10 minutes. This is something I have found to be very helpful for my own anxiety. Lying on an acupressure mat for 10 minutes while you slowly breathe in through the nose for 3 seconds and out through the mouth for 6 seconds. Do this for 10 minutes every day and it will for sure give you a lower anxiety baseline level. You will be able to see some effects right away, but after about 1 to 2 weeks the effect becomes even stronger, so do it regularly. The acupressure mats are very affordable and personally I got mine from Amazon. Using just a few bucks to invest in your health is a smart thing to do. I can put a link in the description box if you would like to see which one I personally use. Help for generalized anxiety. Tip number 4. Cut down or quit drinking coffee. I know, this one isn't fun because most of us love our coffee and I'm no exception to this. And coffee even has other health benefits, but the sad truth is that most people, not all, but most people that completely overcame their generalized anxiety disorder, well, they stopped drinking coffee. So why would that help then? Well, coffee is a stimulant. It increases your heart rate and it stimulates your central nervous system. This alone would be enough for making it much harder to overcome generalized anxiety, but I'm afraid there's even more because the caffeine also increases adrenaline. You remember, the powerful stress hormone. If coffee is something you just cannot live without, then consider just cutting down on it or use decaf coffee. Of course, you will see benefits if you reduce your coffee drinking from, for example, 4 cups a day to just half a cup 2 times a day. And that's how I do it. I drink a half cup 2 times a day. If I drink more than that, then nope, I can't do it. My anxiety comes back. But we are all different and you have to do your own experiment here. You could also try drinking tea instead, which leads me to the next tip. Help for generalized anxiety disorder number 5. Chamomile tea has been shown to have mild anti-anxiolytic effects. It increases relaxation and it also tastes pretty good. One study done in 2015 showed that long-term use of chamomile tea showed a significant reduce in anxiety in people suffering from generalized anxiety disorder. Note that I said long-term use here, so we are not talking about just 1 cup after work next Tuesday night. I can put a link to that study in the description box if you want to look it up. Help for generalized anxiety disorder number 6. Stop watching the news. What? So how could that possibly help with generalized anxiety? Well, when was the last time you saw something positive watching the news? The news are at least 90% negative, and believe it or not, your subconscious mind will absorb everything. If suffering from anxiety, we already have brains that tend to make us see and feel the danger in this world. Then having a subconscious mind that feeds that part of the brain while we are sleeping, feeds it with negativity from all around the world along with catastrophic events. Well, that is something that will make your baseline level of anxiety higher during the day. Just trust me on this and reduce or stop watching the news. Try these tips out and I'm sure you will start feeling better. And if you want something even more powerful, then you can check out something I personally used that reduced my anxiety to about 80 to 90% when I was struggling the most. It can truly be very effective and I write more about this on my blog. You can find it by typing in naturalhealthevolution.com/anxiety into your URL address bar browser, or click the link right under this video where it says blog post. Just click that link and go read about it, as it's something that could potentially be very effective for you too if you use it correctly. Alright, that's it for today. If you found this video helpful, then please comment something in the comment section below, because I would love to hear from you, and consider subscribing for more tools and tips on how to improve your life. This is Scandinavian Bob signing out. Keep going and stay strong.